Well, hello everybody, and we're back here at SP Studio Place. Really excited to work with this amazing team, and I have one of my favorite people, Scarlett Hao. Scarlett is an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, and loves dogs, which is another common thing we have, and is also an ambassador for the power of words. Welcome, Scarlett, and I'm so happy to have you here today.
Thanks for having me here. I'm excited to, be here and join this conversation.
Well, thank you. And thank you for being here to share the power of your words. As you know, the power of words is step 2 in my serial entrepreneurship. And you've been an amazing support with Teleblanc, and now you're an ambassador for the power of words. I would like to talk about the power of your words. I would love for you to share with our audience what do you think you want people to know or hear about your life and how you moved to the States, started your own business? What were the great positive things, and what were your struggles? Because we all learn from other people's struggles. What is it that you would tell us not to do?
Yes, let's talk about the good things first.
Yes, absolutely.
I feel what drives me this far to be able to do what I want to do to nowadays is passion. So I always believe in dreams, and I believe in, go-getter, like do whatever you want, and you can be able to achieve anything you thought you can. So always have a passion to fashion. That's since I was young. And after I moved to the United States, I saw opportunities. I saw there's a big stage and big platform, especially when social media come along. When I was in college, that's just 10 years ago, when social media became a thing, I saw opportunities. So I grabbed that opportunity. I started share my looks, my taste of fashion, my style, my OOTD with a small audience, and it become a bigger audience and become a whole community. So from there, I feel I find my family from online. So that's what drives me is my passion to fashion. I have this passion since I was young, and I'm be able to grow it. That's something, bring me along the way to who I am nowadays. And struggles is always there, I think, for everybody. I represent Asian plus size women in the fashion, which is pretty rare and small audience in the first place. I want to find my voice. It's not easy. So be able to share this, especially from a background and from a culture that's being very negative about being overweight or being plus size, being, not as the stereo beauty standard they have back in China and back in Asia countries. It is very challenging to me to maintain my image. There's so many voices, special around my close friends and family, who also wanted me to change my image. That's the most challenge to me, to be honest. I don't know if anyone feel this way when strangers or people who doesn't really know you judge you. You don't feel harmful.
Absolutely.
It's the people who also close to you and they mean good, don't understand you, or they try to change you by their meaning good to you. That's the most difficult. To balance that and believes what you do is what you want and what's good for yourself is the hardest part. To have that strong faith that this is what I'm fine with, this is what I'm happy with, this is what I want to stay with, is harder. Not let people who close to you or you love or they loved you to change who you are is the most hardest thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you know, I think when it comes to when it comes to weight, especially weight issues, not everybody can be size 2.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to embrace that, and I know you are, you know, what you put out there is your beautiful style for plus size women, and it's not just the fact that this is for Asian plus size women. You're very high fashion in your style, which is amazing.
Thank
because
you.
I see a lot of fashion that we have is really not high fashion, and I would love to see you more mainstream as opposed to just Asian plus size, as opposed to the focus being Asian plus size, because you're tall, so you could, you know, also fit any, you would go with any, with a diverse group of people.
Yeah, definitely. Like I mentioned Asian because this is who I am. I want to speak up for my own people, but I feel as a whole universe now where everyone's so close to each other, you know, we can be connected in any way. It doesn't matter. But also, like you said, fashion in the long term is always for a specific type of body for a very long time. Nowadays, you know, the manufacturing, the brands have to design clothes for all people. For everybody. And even in the beginning, you know, when you talk about plus size clothes, or it's all related to fast fashion, or that's not super high end and high quality, that's something I've been working on, the whole industry been working on really hard to change. Because no matter what body type you are, what size, what weight you are, you deserve to wear high quality, well designed, well made pieces.
Fashionable pieces.
And you know, statement pieces that can stay in your closet for long term. You know, that's just something we all looking for, no matter what size you are. You know, I feel you need quality, you know, I think after COVID, people knowing that more, we want to treat ourselves. We want to be nice to ourselves. We don't know what happened tomorrow, so we want to be present today. You know, like those are the pieces we're looking for. And I want to share people that you don't have to have a certain body type to look high end, to look high fashion, to look, you know, fashion forward, or to look classic even.
Absolutely.
You know, like those are something I want to share with people, and I want to show people that you can wear the style you love, no matter what size you are. I try to pass that message to people, but also I don't want to just, you know, name tag everything. You have to wear designers only. I don't want to limit people. I want to show people your capability. You're looking for the right pieces for you. Not necessarily the price, not the right brand, not the right label, not the right price, but like what works on your body, what makes you feel confident to be in it.
True.
So this is always what I'm passionate about to share with people. And when people come, you know, they commenting on your looks a lot, but like I love compliment, but also I like to see their passion of, oh my God, they can see themselves to be the same or to wear the similar style. That's making me the most happy, that I do made people thinking out of their own box, like thinking outside of what they can be able to wear every day. That's making me happy the most. Yeah.
Do you think about, I know we've talked about it before, but do you think about creating your own line? And
yes. Always, always.
Because your fashion's unique. Everything you wear, you don't really see in stores, and they're not easy to find. So I'm sure on Instagram you tag the product and say where you can find it. But have you thought about taking that idea to the next level? I
always have that in my heart. Since I was young, I really want to be a fashion designer. But when I get to the age of, you know, going to school, I find my hand is not that smart of like sewing and drawing all the time. You don't
need that to be
And nowadays, thanks to God, to all the technology, you can be a designer without, you know, all that. This is in planning. I always thinking that I want to go the direction I want to go. But I just need to be ready.
Well, I think you're ready, and I think we should talk.
Yes, I would
Yes.
love to. And with, yeah, you have an amazing team and you have a amazing, creativity. This is the people I want to work with.
No, I would love to. I think we should talk about that. We talked about people close. You talked a little bit about people close to you, and I guess all of us. I struggle with my weight as well. I struggle a lot with my weight. I have to work out. If I don't work out, I'm going to gain these couple of pounds, and then I have to think about what I need to wear. My problems are small. But when we are around people, like you said, people don't realize, people really close to you don't realize when they say something, maybe to say, bravo, Scarlett, great job, a good choice. Let's talk about that, because a lot of us tend to do this, especially with people close to us. Let's talk about, a couple of examples so that we can learn from it too and be more aware of the compliments we're paying people that they might actually feel offended by.
Yes. I believe most of people didn't mean bad, try to harm you. But there's small comments in life, especially of people that are close to you, or you believe they know you for such a long time, they shouldn't say certain things, but they just made a small, tiny comment that can make you thinking twice about about yourself. Say, if I went out for lunch, right, with a couple of girlfriends, and everyone's ordered salad. Normally, I will prefer a sandwich or something. And that day, I just in the mood for salad. I ordered as well. And everyone ordered salad, no comments. But when you ordered it, people will be, oh, good choice. Nice choice. Good for you. Stuff like that. It doesn't mean when I order salad, I'm serious about lose weight already. It is that day, I'm in the mood for a salad. And people will think, oh, that's a sign. She's starting losing weight. She's starting thinking about, yeah. And I know they mean good, but it just something make me feel, oh, okay, you don't have to comment anywhere else but me just because I'm plus size or, stuff like that. Or you go into workout class,
Because you're a dancer and you
to
are
be.
really flexible.
Yes, plus size people can be flexible. Lots of people.
Guys, plus size people can be flexible.
We can be, and there are a few famous yoga instructors, they are plus size. Like when you go to workout class, stuff like that. Sometimes I'm very flexible. I can do certain things. Even people who have a harder bone could not be able to do. And they saw you, they'll be, oh my God, you done that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, bravo. Wow. They give you all this,
attention.
Good, attention, great comments, especially in supposed to be a quiet or calm, environment. That just a little bit extra attention make you feel, okay, why all the attention suddenly have to be on me just because I did a thing that when other people do, there'll be no big deal just because I'm plus size, I done that, and you have to give me all the attention, this is some little small examples.
Is it because they say it in a community with a lot of people and then it makes everybody pay attention to you? And if they came up to you and said it, fantastic, Scarlett, I didn't realize you were that flexible. Were you a dancer? Or, would that be okay? Or because I know a lot of people don't want attention, especially if you're in a room of strangers.
Yes.
You don't want the attention on you because we're all trying to be, sometimes all of us are trying to be invisible.
Yes, okay, and also you just mentioned if they come privately, to you one-on-one and say, oh my God, you could be able to do that, were you a dancer? This is amazing sort of reason they give you, feel like a compliment,
Yes.
But when they do that, and the reason the intention is because, wow, you done that, it surprised me because you're plus size, not because I was thinking you're a dancer or something. You can read from people's voice and tone. Even they think, wow, I'm shocked you done that because you're plus size. It doesn't mean they're bad people. but it just this stereotype behind their philosophy make you feel, wow, this is how people see the world. This is how people see each other.
Yeah.
All this stereotype, all this, stable image they have in their mind that they couldn't thinking, you done that because you used to dance, you done that because you just,
how come you're so flexible? Is that I know some people just are.
You must love yoga. You must practice every day. All those amazing reasons.
Yeah.
Like I said, also from being like, any like process or being like a niche, people, like when you have your own specialty, when people give you that kind of attention, don't be too overthinking. That's also my, like, you can tell if they mean harmful or they mean good, just they have a stereotype or they just don't know this. They just don't know because they never been there, they never had that experience. Of course they don't understand. Don't be overthinking, don't be over, upset or emotional about it. Let it go. Also, it's also for mental health reasons.
Also for mental health reasons. Yes.
Don't overthinking people. Don't analyzing. Don't try to try to figure out why they say that, like how they say that. This is really make you feel stressful. That's let it go. Of special to things like that.
And so when you're with people you're close to, you're always really conscious, and that makes you uncomfortable as well. Like, what are they going to say about the choices I make?
Yes.
Now, let's talk about growing up. When parents have young children that are overweight, we're constantly telling them, make the right choices, do this, don't do this. But as soon as you get into your teen years, that starts to be annoying, that and as parents we do that, right? Trying to teach them to make the right choices, not for us. How would you say you would like to be heard? Does it make you, when people close to you keep telling you and nagging you about it, does that make you push back and just do what you want to do? How would you want parents to approach it? Or how would you advise parents to approach it?
I have the most, like to comment kind of mom. She like to comment on things.
Oh, we're all like to comment kind of mom. It's a mom trait, by the way. It's not unique to yours.
Yeah, she have lots of opinion, and she like to tell me what's right for me from her perspective, which is normal. I understand. Yeah. But I wasn't really understandable when I was a teenager either. At that time, it's just not nice. It doesn't sound nice because she always tried to give you lessons of every little bit things. I mean, I'm not a parent yet. I haven't figured out what is the best way, because this is as I grow, I notice it's a human nature thing. It's out of love, yes,
yeah. And concern, and
I think it's, what I can think of, even till now, I don't have a perfect solution for that, is to give space, like to let them be able to do what they wanting to do, and let them try. If they try it, they figure out this is not works for them. I feel a major thing is parents thinking, I don't want them to learn the hard way. Yeah, but sometimes it's okay to learn the hard way, especially for things that's if they don't change from their bottom, the heart, they could never change. Eating habits, like, lifestyle, stuff like that is something they have to learn from the hard way. One day when I realized anything that's, they might do wrong, you give them the space to learn from the hard way. Yes, as parents, you want to catch them when they fall hard, but give a little space for them to try it wrong. They are not always going to
make the mistake.
Yeah, they're not going to always make the right decision. Give them space to do wrong, or they figure out a new philosophy, a new idea of doing things that works just for them. Because even you are the parents, you don't know what's the life direction they're going to, or what they love, or what works for them the best. Like, my parents try to give me direction on everything, my career path, what I should do at a certain age. Like they planned my whole life for me already. I flipped it and changed it. Even moved here to the US, that was my own decision. All this, and as you go, especially I have advice for kids more than parents because I'm not a parent yet. I don't have the best solution, like I said. But for kids, I think one thing I learned myself is once you believe something is right, prove to your parents that you're right with real action and real result. Don't try to say, oh, why you don't believe me? I could do this. Have you done that? Have you achieved what you can do?
Amazing.
Just like my parents always wanted me doing science related majors. That's what they believe is a good major. And I do public relation. I did communication as a major. To them, that's something they don't want me to study. They don't want me to major in. And I show them, hey, there was a right. It take a little time, obviously, but that's okay. Be patient. To prove them, you will be able to do the right decision in your life, and what you chose to do, you have a nice result afterwards. And that will make them feel, okay, because you done this decision right, in the future, other decision, I give you trust and beliefs. Like trust and beliefs take time and they need to grow and need to earn sometimes, which is normal. Even your relevance, even you're the closest, the trust need to earn too. So I have my best advice to kids, to young people, once you want to do something, show the result. And you show one, they give you 10 more chances.
Absolutely.
Like always, it's a grow. It's like a snowball grow bigger. The trust gets bigger too. Yeah. I mean, I hope when the time I become parents, I know better about this answer, but not yet.
Well, you'll handle it the best way you know how from your own examples. Let's go back to when you were, because there has to be a flip, right? You were in college and you probably struggled. Then when did you really, for you to go public and come out and be so confident, what was that switch? When did you, or were you always a confident child?
I will say I'm always pretty confident, but what made me pursue this path being more like a public person,
Absolutely. I'm talking about the plug.
More in front of camera, more speak out, more, being this person, speak for myself, but for my community. It's because my community. Because when I first started posting on my social media, I was doing it for fun. I didn't think I will have audience. I would just use it as an album to because I think I like fashion. I wanna record it. I wanna have a place to, like a documentary place. And people starting follow me, and the comments they starting telling me, oh my God, I never saw a woman your size can wear this kind of color, can wear this kind of a shape, this print. They gave me the confidence more. Amazing. That's something I would never thought of. I would gain from strangers, from online, from people that I will never be able to meet in real life, and they gave me the courage to be braver, to be speak out, and they see who I am, even just from a photo, from a short video. That's something made me feel, wow, this is something I really want to do. There's a community for me that I need to speak for, that I wanted to communicate more with. That's the time I decided, okay, I want to take this you can call it influencer or social media more seriously. And the more I doing it, my community gets bigger. This is all because of them. I wasn't expecting this, and they are there, and they're strong, which is don't feel lonely, especially when you struggle about certain things. Talk to people. You find your own people. They're there. They're around you. Like you, without your notice, once you get connected to them, you don't feel lonely anymore. I feel lots of mental stress or mental like problem, especially like you're struggling with yourself a lot, is because you don't put yourself out there. You're closing every door, every window, that put yourself in a little shell, like I'm struggle with everything myself. Once you go out, you see people that's the same as you.
And you see people that are there to support you, and then you see people that are, critics, whether it's positive criticism, like the people that are closest to you. Let's talk about the magic of 7 and the 7 colors and the 7 words.
Yes.
And do you believe that you need to focus one day at a time on what you need to get accomplished for each day? I always talk about how all of this access we have to so much, so many different mediums of technology, of, social life, there's so much distraction. How do you think that helps you focus? How do you think the power of 7 can help you focus?
Well,
what's your word today?
Yes, I chose. I want to wear all 7, but I chose 2 today. Warrior is one thing I put on most every day, because, like I said, I struggling with lots of things, and I think everyone do struggling with lots of things. Life is not easy, and I think the first thing I see myself in the mirror, I want to tell myself is, be ready for today. Be ready for what's good and what's bad. And you're a warrior. Like, you have to be a go-getter. You have to, stay strong with what you believe. This is not easy, to be honest, because people change you, the environment change, the society, everyone. There's so many voices around you. To stay strong, be a warrior, it's something I think everyone needs. That's a word I've been wearing most of the days, almost every day. And I like empathy is something I like too, because like as a warrior yourself, you put in such a strong message of who you are, but you want to still be able to understand others. The more stronger belief of who you are, the more you need empathy, because you also want to be an understandable person to people around you. You interact with people, you're meeting, talking, deal with people every day. You need that to be able to communicate, to be able to be nice, to be friendly with others. Because if you're focused too much on yourself, you're missing the opportunity to connect. And no one can live by yourself. You are not alone. You cannot live as a lonely person. You need to be with others. This is empathy. I think these 2 things is against each other, but they work perfectly together.
No.
Like you want to stay strong, but you want to be connected. Then you have to find the balance.
That's complete.
Yes.
I somehow feel, warrior and empathy kind of make you a complete person, because you're working towards what you want to do, but at the same time you remind yourself to pay attention to what I'm saying today, to pay attention to what others are trying to express. And for as long as I've known you, I do believe, I can see that you're a warrior every single day, but you are a very empathetic person. And, thank you for being there for the brand. Thank you for being our ambassador for the power of words. It's an honor. You came to Cleveland with us. That was I didn't think you would show up, and that was a big deal. And I appreciate you. And we have a lot of great things to do together to be able to create awareness around the mental well-being space. But thank you for the few lessons you gave us today on how we approach people that are close to us, when, just paying attention to what we say. But that was that was powerful.
No, I really believe the power of words and what you do and the message behind it. This is something I think is returned back to our community, and it's so useful and meaningful to every single one. That's why I want to be with the brands as long as it goes.
Thank you.
I think you're doing an amazing job, and especially you're such a kind person. You always share love with people around you, which is a very hard thing to do, to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see an amazing future, and I can't wait to see what other things you come up with. Like, you always come up new idea and new way to encourage people. That's, I think, is very beautiful.
I think we need that. We need to stay positive and help others stay positive. And, you give love when you feel love. So thank you. And thank you for today.